Hello, it's Cosmin again. Today, what I want to talk about is some extra stuff that helped me create my game, which is my final major project at the University of Southampton. But before I continue, I have to give the reason of why I needed some extra stuff. So, for this final major project, I wanted to challenge myself to create a game in a new engine because up to that point, I always dealt with Unity to some degree, and I also wanted to challenge myself with some new skills, which I haven't managed to develop as much as I wanted to during those years. So I decided that I want to try and create a game with Godot, which is this nice, beautiful engine over here. So Godot is a free to use, even for commercial products, games engine, which I would highly recommend, and I will talk about more maybe in another video, or maybe not at all. But I probably talk about it more because it was a huge part of why I managed to create a game. So I wanted to challenge myself in creating a game with a new game engine and learn about it, and also to try and learn new tools with which I can create assets for the said game engine. And in this case, it was Krita, in which I drew all of my environmental assets. Because as I said in a previous video, all of the environmental assets were done by me. And this actually gets us to the main point of this video, and I want to say that I am really grateful for those assets that I used for creating the game. There's not a lot, but they still helped a great deal in making my work a lot more efficient. Whereas with me doing stuff from scratch. So, what I want to say is the first assets that I used were in the second level, which is mainly for the background. So, how I would do is go to opengameart.org, which I highly recommend to get free assets that are under the Creative Commons licenses and are free to use. And you can read the Creative Commons licenses and see if they need to be credited or not. And even if they were free for distribution, I still decided to put credits to them, and I actually put credits to all of the assets that I used because those people were amazing, and I couldn't have completed the game without their help. So, as you can see, this is some of the assets. This were some of the assets that I used in the level 2 intro, as you can see over here. What I did basically, I took the assets and just recolored them to suit my purpose, and then just create the environment. The stuff here in the background were extra assets as well from OpenGamer.com. I believe they were here. Yeah, there you go. So you can see the assets that I actually used for the intro. So as I mentioned, there were not a lot. It's here, background assets. There are not a lot that I've used. From Greenland ISO, but I believe it's the day one. What I used was just use a small part of this area for my second level to create the grass, because no matter what I tried, I couldn't get the pixel art really on par with the other stuff that I created. And except those background assets, the most important one was this, which is a character sheet that was taken again from OpenGameArt. As you can see, I did not use all the animations, but I would have liked to use if I had more time and to create more stuff. So, Anime Style Base by Tayoko at tayokoart.com. I would recommend just go and see some of her stuff because she deserves it. She helped me, whoever she might be, she helped me finish my game. And you can find that at opengamer.org again. So what I did was take this character sheet and then just recolor them according to my purpose. You can see over here some of the artwork that I did. This one is from the anime style base, but for the female base. So yeah, I used that, and then I just like recolored the base character sheet to have different characters, which is basically just a lot of bouncers and bodyguards, and then a junkie for the second level. what else? I think this is pretty much it basically. So yeah, this is the character. Oh yes, and then on sprites on level 1 characters, these were the main ones. The main character that you can see the progression on one of the development blogs on my website. So I would recommend go there, go to the Future Unknown tab, and then in one of those, I cannot remember for sure which one. Just take a quick look, but I think it should be week 2 or week 3. You can see how I created characters step by step. So this is one of the progress pages. So what I did was just, well, draw over them basically and do it in as a quick efficient manner as I could. So this is what I did for the main character, and then for Jaeger, which is the helping character, I basically just did one idle pose because he wouldn't be moving around a lot. And here it is, Jaeger idle. Again, due to the way that Windows handles the images, they don't appear crisp and pixel perfect, but they are. So this is how I create the main characters, and what I want to say is that if I had more development time, I would have actually enjoyed to do more people that would be walking around in the second level, because that is the level where you have the most population, where you actually have any population. So yeah, I would have loved to get more people there, but I figured I should just leave the people you can interact with, because it doesn't really make sense to have extra people just standing around instead of walking and whatnot. So that is on my to-do list if I work in the future again on the game. Although I do have certain plans for the game, so yeah. Anyways, this is the extra stuff that I wanted to talk about today and that I've been using for the creation of the game. And besides those stuff, there's also the font that I used, and the credits can be found in the credits area of the game. So again, I would like to give a thanks to all those people who made the assets which I used in the game, and I couldn't have done this game without them. And you can find their names and, well, their names, actually their nicknames, from the website on the credits scene in my game. So yes, thank you very much for listening, and I'll come back to you soon with another development.